Okay, here we go. Raiders, first comment. First comment. Hey, see, there's say 49ers, brother. Come on.
I'm not fighting
Come
it.
on.
I'm not fighting
Raiders,
it.
baby. Josh Jacobs.
No, I'm glad the Raiders won. They need a win.
So
Two
wins.
No, I'm just
I
saying.
know.
I'm just saying they just need a win. You know, it's good morale for the.
No, it would
for
have
the
been nice
fans.
if they were the very first team to score at the new stadium rather than the Saints, but I'll take the fucking
I'll take the win,
I'll take the
right?
win.
Say they always want any more.
Hey, I'm sorry. History. It's a history
Okay.
thing.
I'm sorry.
So, Raiders beat the
Saints.
New Orleans Saints. They're going to be going to New England this Sunday.
How do you feel about that?
Well, I don't know. Belichick and Cam Newton, that's going to be... Well, so who did they lose to again? Seattle.
Seattle.
So-
So Seattle's a contender.
Yeah, Seattle is a contender. I think Seattle's going to be the national championship, the NFC national championship. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's what I think. So are the Raiders going to go into New England? Difference, though. No fans.
No offense.
So they're going to go into
I
New England.
thought you were going to say no Tom Brady.
Well, no
Yeah,
Tom Brady
Yeah,
either.
No Tom Brady either.
No Henry Ruggs. I guess Henry Ruggs is out.
What happened to Henry?
I don't know. What's the report? I guess he's out. So
Oh,
we're going.
shit.
Hey, but you know what? He's a little small. He needs to hit the gym.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know.
And Jim's Burgers again.
Yeah.
Yeah, he needs Jim's Burgers too.
At least they'll maybe have Waller. You know. So.
I like him.
But
And Josh Jacobs.
yeah, Josh Jacobs. So we're looking forward to the Raiders versus the Patriots this Sunday at 10 a.m. We'll see how it goes. So.
I already got the carne asada marinating.
Oh. I guess we're gonna. It's like a tailgate because we can't go to the game. You know
It's
what I
a
mean?
backyard tailgate, kind of like a backyard boogie.
I think so.
You know?
So
But I think you got to go in there a little bit more positive. Like, we'll see how it goes. I was like, oh, man.
what's going on, Dane Burns? What's going on, Colby
Hi,
Christian? How are you? Let's see our people. What's going on, Dane Burns? What's going on, Colby
Oh,
Christian?
I got-
How are you?
I
I guess I got to turn the. I guess I got to turn the speaker. No Henry Ruggs. What's going on, Tim Greer? Shabazz, how are you? Robert, what's going on? Bad brother, how are you doing? Friday night. Thank you guys for joining us. This Fighting Santino Brothers podcast, episode 8. So that means at least 16 tri-tips have been cooked
16.
in our journey on this
every
podcast.
Week we say it,
So,
but this week was the best.
oh my God, it was the
Good.
best. So we had the OG Santa Maria rub,
Yes.
Right.
and then Sylvia did the other one, which was.
The carne asada, like from the food for less market.
Yeah, so
carne
we have
asada
so we have the
Organic.
yeah. Oh my gosh, that thing was so tender. You know what? Mongo's not supposed to eat vegetables. So we didn't have vegetables.
So no.
That's what he says. He goes, I'm not supposed to eat vegetables, but the vegetables you make are good. But we actually didn't make any
No.
today.
Right.
We just did the
Straight
corn
tortilla.
tortilla and meat.
So
It was definite
But the
fresh
tri-tip,
Friday.
you always say this one's better than the last week, but you have not made a bad tri-tip yet.
No, you haven't.
no,
Right?
They've all been
no,
good.
I
They've all
don't think
been good.
so.
They've all been good.
No, I don't think so. I don't. But either way,
We'll
oh
figure it
shit!
out.
It looked like it unconnected and then reconnected. So sorry for you
Okay.
guys.
Yes.
But yeah, so what's on the agenda today, guys? What's on your mind?
Okay.
Did you guys
Online
watch any
course.
wrestling?
I saw prime time.
So you did watch wrestling,
I
but did you
watched
watch
wrestling.
any other wrestling besides the primetime that we were actually at this week?
Well.
No, I did.
I caught AEW.
What did you think? What's your assessment? I didn't get a chance to see it.
It's tough with no fans. I think you need the electricity there sometimes. And
But don't they have some fans? They have at least like, I don't know, 500 or a couple
I mean,
hundred or 100?
I wouldn't say, maybe a couple hundred, but it's not. I feel like it's
Right.
not what they're used to.
Feels-
And it does.
Not
As a
enough
per-
to pump the.
Yeah, and I feel like
Feels like an indie show.
a little bit, yeah. But
Yeah.
they the fans bring the electricity, help you out a little bit as a wrestler. And I
Yeah.
feel like you need that because
Well, you gotta
I
play
feel-
off the.
Oh
field.
my gosh, yeah. You know what? We were doing and we'll talk about the online class today, but we were doing the online class, and we were watching actually Cody Rhodes, his promo. We were actually watching, and the crowd was just eating it up and eating it alive. And it was just one of the students said, "Hey, you know what? It just reminds you of how much you miss live crowds at pro wrestling shows.
Right.
There's nothing else like it. I mean, just having that live crowd that actually comes alive. When I was wrestling, actually when I started wrestling in the mid '90s, It was a lot about like, hey, if you couldn't hack it, it was like you fucked up, don't come back. Well, I think I'm the only one that got the don't come back. But
I'm
at
sure
least
you were not the only one in history
and-
to get to
no, I think so. I think so. All Jersey Pro Wrestling,
I
Jersey
believe
Pro
so,
Wrestling
yes. What
versus
year?
I don't know, just Chaos versus Justice Pain. I mean, don't look it up, but look it up, man. I
Don't
mean,
look
yeah,
it up, but look it
yeah.
up.
There's 800 to 1,000 motherfuckers chanting "Don't come back." Why? And it's what I preach on the online course because I came unprepared, and that's why I try to tell you guys you have to be prepared. You have to be prepared in professional wrestling and everything you do. Aaron Aguilera told a good story when he said, "Hey, man." I get nervous all before my matches. And he told me that. And I said, don't worry. I would always tell him in WSX or anytime in Mexico or anywhere we tag teamed, I tell him, look at you, man. You're a fucking 6 foot fucking 5 California fucking redwood tree. Who the fuck is gonna tell you anything? Why the fuck are you nervous, bro? We're wrestling a fucking skinny little man. Like, get the fuck out of here. And he'd be like, man, I'm so nervous all the time. I'd always try to pump him up and be his hype man.
Right.
Because, we'd be in there together. Smiley was my hype man, and then so I try to be his hype man.
Right.
And he
You
goes...
gotta bring the fire out of the wrestler.
So I told him, I said, hey, man, like, why are you so nervous? Like, dude, you got everything you need, man. You know what the fuck you're doing. And he goes, hey, man, I asked Eddie Guerrero the same thing when I was on SmackDown. When he was signed, he was wrestling John Cena and stuff. He goes, "Hey man, Eddie, I get so nervous before a show or before a match. Like, why is that?" And Eddie Guerrero said, "It's because you care." Fuck. Oh man, that's what I'm talking about. And then in the same fucking before I could even be like, fuck yeah, he goes, "But I asked La Parka the same thing."
Dun, dun, dun.
I guess so.
Continues.
He asked La Parka the same thing, and he says, "Hey, La Parka, I get so nervous before a show, before a match. Why is that?" La Parka said, "It's because you're unprepared."
Damn.
You know what I mean? So that's why I try to tell you guys, always be prepared. That was my prepared story.
He's probably saying he's not prepared going in there, like just lack of confidence.
But
Yeah,
dude, that's
right.
like to shrivel a nutsack.
Yeah, no, it is.
Go out.
I like to think about what Eddie Guerrero said, and I think it's true, 100%.
No, it is true.
But also,
If you
I
didn't care, you
think
wouldn't give a fuck.
La Parka, what he says is also true. So you always gotta have to show up prepared, 100%. So that was our story in that.
Because as a performer, you're always going to get those butterflies right before you go out there.
Yeah, I think
If
so.
you don't get them, it's like it's probably time to.
Yeah, if you don't get them, that means you don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Right.
If you don't give a fuck when you're in wrestling, it's time to hang up your boots.
But I guess there comes a time where you know your
Or
job
your
like
kick
nobody's
pads.
business. You know
Right.
what I mean? Because you are prepared enough.
Right.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So, but anyways, yeah, so what's on the agenda today, Sylvia?
Shit, you asked me without being prepared. See?
Oh,
I
hey,
get it.
that's like a yes and bring it right up out of loud. Yeah, Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry.
Okay, we got the online courses to talk about future of SBW, and we already touched just a
She's
pitched
got
it in the ass of prime time.
okay, all right, we got some people in the house. We got Tino's in the house on Facebook. What's going on, Tino?
Hello.
Pablo is yelling Raiders.
Raiders.
Colby's in the house. What's going on? Oh, he's saying good. How are you? How are you guys? We're doing great. Fabian is in the house. What's up, guys? How's the big show? Fabian Tava.
We're trying to talk him into getting an OnlyFans page, so stay tuned.
Dane Burns, I missed the Up All Nights. Oh, who doesn't miss the Up All Nights? What's going on, Willie G? How are you?
Okay.
Jacob on Facebook, what's going on? And Randall on Facebook, how are you? Man, hey, who doesn't miss the Up All Nights? I think someone just posted something about the Up All Nights. I think it was Alec. Our
Yes,
student
I saw
Alec,
that.
and he talked about how don't take anything for granted because you're not promised tomorrow, man. And we weren't promised. COVID hit, and we weren't promised to do it. We were supposed to do an Up All Night. I think the next week.
Right.
I think
Before
so.
our show.
Yeah.
Before our show that we had to cancel. So, I mean, I don't know. It's just, Yeah, you know what? And they were a great time. Hey, you know what was even better? And this is what always holds to my heart deeply. Man, Supreme was there at every Up All
Yes.
Night for the last year. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Man in the barbecue with you.
Yeah, we do the barbecue. He
Hey,
trained
but-
his
hey,
guys.
hey, touching on that subject right there.
Talk about
right?
it, brother. Talk about it.
We had all this time to heal our body,
Yeah,
all this time to get in shape,
yeah,
right? Nobody should have an excuse of not being prepared if you get the phone call or get contacted to get ready to wrestle or perform for somebody,
right.
right? So if we call you up,
Be ready.
you got to be ready,
Yeah,
right? You
Yeah.
have 6 months.
yeah.
There's no excuse, right? Because you know, shit's happening now. The ball's moving.
Yeah.
The ball is moving everywhere. Just-
People are getting used to COVID.
yeah, people are
Look,
getting
it's
used to
going back to
COVID.
norm.
Stuff's opening up. So right now there is no excuse right now for not to being in shape. You know.
No, there
So-
isn't. You should be in shape.
God, I feel
Right.
like a hypocrite.
No, Andy, yeah, anybody, everybody should be in shape. You guys, your promo should be down. You should be in shape, ready to rock, ready to go. You know, I mean, if you got to do beach runs, 40-yard dashes, whatever the case is, sprints, working circuit training. I mean, there's so much you can do even without a gym. Because I know in California, at least LA County, the gyms aren't open.
But your cardio should still be up.
Yeah, no,
There's always body
100%.
weight, just like shit, right in place.
Yeah, no, 100%. Your cardio should
Care
be there.
about yourself. Care about your career.
But mind you, all of us
Right.
know we need to start practice what we're preaching here.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Get good gear. Buy boots. Buy boots.
Yes.
Please buy boots.
Dude,
I
you almost
mean,
broke someone's heart in
Oh.
prime time with that.
What do you
Hey.
mean almost? He did break
You
someone's
did.
heart.
You broke
Hey,
someone's heart.
I'm not looking there to break hearts. I'm there to do a job, and that's just to enhance talent the best I can.
Like Pat Benatar said, you're a heartbreaker.
I mean, you look at today's wrestling, and everyone's in A6 or shoes, and it kills me.
That kills
And
you.
I-
I do
Hey,
hate that.
And I take
do.
responsibility for the Santino brother guys for not having boots because I haven't been as outspoken. But hey, guys, it's time to get boots, man. If you're on
It's
the
time.
circuit and you're wrestling,
The
it's time to
kick
get
pad
boots.
fetish needs to
I mean,
end.
because then you look at a wrestler and he sends you a photo, you look at him in person, and you're just like, oh man, you don't really care about yourself.
Well,
I mean, how many pair of boots did you have?
I think, and it's a travesty. In my career, I think I had like 3 or 4 pairs of boots.
Right.
I wish I had every color of the rainbow, to really be honest.
And some people will be like, well, I can't run in boots or I can't kick in boots. It's like, well, that's the art of professional wrestling is to learn that art of kicking someone but not kicking someone but making it look like you're kicking someone.
But also, boots also protect your ankles because
That's another
Dude,
thing.
Yeah,
I
you
may
gotta
not have
protect your
wrestled all
feet.
over the United States,
Yeah,
but my boots have
100%. You
wrestled
have to
because girls
protect your
borrowed
feet.
them.
So, let's go on YouTube. What's going on, Tim Greer? Robert, what's going on YouTube? Ian is here. How are you? Hyde is in the house.
Hey, hi.
Undesirable to ungoddamn deniable. He's been watching promos.
Damn.
Well, he's been watching that Cody Rhodes promo.
That's
Jeremy
a
Hoffman, how are you, my friend? Let me see. I'm going to go to your pro wrestling and pursue a career. When should I start? I am currently in the 10th grade. Definitely wait till you're 18 and over. Bill Chu, what's going on YouTube? Bad Brother, how are you? We'll answer your questions in a second. Vigilante, what's going on? Little Mike is here. Let's see who else is here on YouTube. Darwin Finch is in the fucking
Darwin.
house. Darwin
Missy
fucking
motherfucker.
Finch. What's that?
I miss that motherfucker.
I do miss
I
him.
love that guy.
Let's see. Besides
He
Kid
screams louder than
Chaos,
I do.
Superstar Chaos, and Voodoo Chaos, what other characters did you use in your career? Bad Brother from YouTube is asking, and that would be drum roll.
What other characters?
Yeah, Mono Roja.
Mono Roja.
Mono Roja. You actually.
For Lucifer.
Yeah, actually, Mono Roja wrestled in 14 countries, 96 different cities, around 3 different continents. Mono Roja's the
All in
shit.
3
Mono
weeks.
Roja is the
All
shit.
in
Yeah,
3
like
weeks.
well, about a year and a half. Yeah,
Yeah.
about a year and a half. Yeah, in a year and a half's time.
And you
That
can
motherf-
mask man at Lucha Girls.
Yeah, that motherfucker's not fucking around. So what's going on, Bill Chu? Bill Chu's saying hi, Joey and Sylvia and
Hi,
Mongo
Bill.
in the house. So let's see here. You want to find out if your cardio is good? Do some Santino jacks and you will find out. I think that's 100% true. So Santino, what's Santino jacks? 3 to 1.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's like a military jack, 3 to 1. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 2. Oh my gosh! And then pull out the deck of fucking cards.
Oh God.
Pull out the deck of cards. Every number that you
They're
pull
killer,
is the
they're
number
awesome.
that you do, and then you up the ante when it's a fucking suit card. So if it's a jack, king, or queen, then you could say, well, those are 20s. And then if it's an ace, oh my God, you could say 25 or even maybe 30.
If you want
And
to
then
push
I mean
yourself.
30
Yeah.
Santino Jack. So in translation, it would be 90.
But then also you include the jokers because remember we used to keep the jokers.
Oh
in.
Jesus
And
Christ!
jokers
You
be
would
like,
include
what,
the jokers.
15 reps, I
Yeah.
think? I don't remember what it was, but or it was do 5 of each fucking suit. So they were kind of brutal.
Robert's hoping to see us in January. Yep, we definitely hope.
Fingers
I mean,
crossed.
that's the idea. It's not a thing that we're.
It's all our control. Actually.
Yeah, it's
Well,
just,
yeah,
just
it's
out of
not
our
shits
control.
and
We're
giggles
we're
like we
waiting
don't
for
want to, actually.
for LA County to open up and let the gyms open up so we can have at least some kind of capacity. But we're already thinking about if you were to come to a wrestling school, it would be you would have to get tested once a week
Yeah.
at least.
Which is easy to do in LA County.
So we can trace it and everything like that. So that's the idea, but we'll know more information probably October 15th, mid October.
Right.
That's kind of the idea that I have in my head, because you would make or break to get a building by that time. So I think that would be the idea. Let's see here. Now I don't like Roman Reigns anymore because he hit Jey Uso in the mouth. For no reason at all, because Jey Uso wants Universal Championship as it comes WWE pay-per-view on Sunday. I think Roman Reigns is gonna win. Yeah, I think it's a good push for Jey Uso. To go to the
Maybe
to
he's
the
got a
main
different
event.
name. Roman.
Well,
Reigns
he's a
is
tag
so hard.
wrestler, so I would assume a tag wrestler's not gonna come out and beat the man, the big dog.
And aren't they kind of portraying him as kind of like Roman's little
Yeah,
buddy?
they're kind of portraying that. Definitely like Family Ties for sure.
Well, it's kind of like the big bulldog in Looney Tunes and the
Yeah.
little chihuahua. Like, what are you gonna do now, Spark?
But I think it's really good. It's putting Jey Uso up. I don't know what it does for his partner, but at least he's getting that shot. To show.
Gives them experience.
Yeah, because I think at the end of the day, you want to be in a tag team, but at the end of the day, you want to do the singles run.
Right.
You have to do the singles run. You should.
Right.
I even though
Because you want to be singles champion.
Yeah, I think
That's
so.
the goal.
Yeah. So let's see here. Stephanie Rodriguez is joining on the online class in November.
Nice.
Welcome aboard. We look forward to working with you. Tim Gear says, "What's up on YouTube?" Legendary Boy. Hey, yo, bros. Love you guys. From India. All the way from India. What's going on?
Hello.
Someone
early in the
asked,
morning,
did
right?
we see, Little Mike asked if we seen Jake Atlas go against Ciampa. Yeah, you know what? I mean, we did see him. He got stretchered out the first time and he got beat the second time. But I think it was a valiant effort, on Jake
Yeah.
Atlas's part. So we can only hope that they actually, try to do a little bit more with him. But we'll see. We know how it actually works behind the scenes.
Yeah.
It's a work in progress.
Yeah, it's a
I mean,
work in
Jake
progress.
wrestles with his
So.
heart, so hopefully, it'll go good for him.
Yeah, Road Warrior Animal died this week.
That was tough.
Yeah, that
Hard.
was tough. Watching all those Road Warriors videos that started popping up, I couldn't help but think about Supreme.
Right.
Because man, Supreme loved the Road Warriors like nobody's business. We would watch so much Road Warriors. Like, if there was a match, we watched it. Whether it was the scaffold match, the bench press contest, just animal wrestling in a hockey mask because in the bench press contest, I guess they put the powder in his eye and it fucked his eye up or something
fuck.
like that. Oh man. Or he was in an accident. Either way, he had to wrestle in a fucking hockey mask because his face was broken, kind of like Brutus Spartan Beefcake.
Right.
Oh, damn.
Whatever the case was, but man, the Road Warriors, NWA shit, Iron Man. When they were Legion of Doom, of course you still love them, but man, if you had to pick which one, NWA, Iron Man, fucking Road Warriors were the shit, man. Like 100%. So God
And
bless
it
them.
was crazy because the first time I ever been to a professional wrestling match was at the Great Western Forum, and I got to see the Road Warriors.
Really?
And they
Versus
came out of
who?
the limo. They came out in the limo, and they were probably on the other side of the building, but they show up in the limo. They came out in their gear and everything, and you're just as a little kid like, oh man, that's how they live and stuff like that.
Would
Like,
they fight the Titan, Earthquake and Typhoon?
oh no, this was like a NWA. I think they wrestled Rock and Roll Express or something like that.
NWA
Yeah.
came all the way out here, huh?
Yeah, Great Western Forum.
You booked the Great Western Forum once, right?
Right.
Fuck, big time
Yeah,
over
so that's
here.
what I say. I feel
All
like I
right.
went full circle.
All right.
Full circle.
Fucking big
Yeah.
dog over
No.
here. But yeah, God rest his soul.
Yeah.
Anything you want to say about Road Warrior Animal?
Just, he was awesome. I used to watch him. I stupidly rejected a chance to actually manage against them.
You had a
Right.
chance to manage against the Road Warriors, and you said what? What? I got something better to do?
No, I felt like
obviously.
I wasn't up to that caliber yet. I basically, the Ballard brothers, Shane and Shannon Ballard, were wrestling them somewhere, I think in Central California. I don't remember the promotion. And they called me and they said, hey, do you want to manage us? And, we're wrestling against the Road Warriors. And I'd been watching them and I knew them and I totally marked out. But then I thought, I'm less than a year in and I'm not to that caliber. And Sunny was staying at my house actually that week, and she was like, you're stupid, you need to go. She gave me gear to wear, and I stupidly chickened out at the last minute.
Really? Oh, jeez.
Now, and lesson learned, never fucking turn down an opportunity.
Why would you? Yeah.
Lack of confidence.
I felt like I wasn't up to that caliber because
Aye.
I knew, Shannon had told me that you're going to be doing spots and, and I was like,
I'm sorry, boss man.
I know. Hey, that was 20 years ago, fucker.
Hey,
Give me some credit.
hey,
Give me some
what?
credit.
No one's cussing at you.
J.R. Roberts is in the house on Facebook. Jacob
JR.
on Facebook is in the house. Let's see. Randall Cunningham is in the fucking
I
house.
fucking love that name, Randall.
I think he was the quarterback.
Hey, Eli Everfly is in the
Oh,
house.
shit,
this guy.
Eli.
He needs his
On
ass
Facebook.
whipped.
Carmelo Garcia, what's going
gonna have to do a
on? Carmelo. Daniel's in the house on Facebook. I hope y'all can open up soon. I sure do need to keep the dream alive. I mean,
So
don't
do
we
we.
all? Don't we?
So do we, baby.
Guadalupe's in the house.
Hey,
What's
Lupe.
going on?
How
Guadalupe
are
on
you?
Facebook. It was about 10 minutes ago, but hey, we're getting over. We're
I
getting
miss
over.
you, fucker. Hope everything's cool with you.
What's a good routine for someone that is beginner? You definitely, I would say, definitely get into some kind of team sports, get into some kind of martial arts, jiu-jitsu, something like that. It's definitely going to help you out. It's going to build your discipline. It's going to teach you about discipline. And then if you're not doing that and you can't do that, then at least work your core body. Push-ups, squats, body weight squats, pull-ups. You could do pull-ups on the fucking... on the stoplight, you know what I mean? Yeah, on the corner.
And cardio.
Cardio. Run 40-yard sprints. Do circuit training. 45 seconds on, 15 seconds to the next station. 45 seconds on. Multiply that. Do that times 5, and repeat 1 minute rest and do it 5 times.
Yep.
So 5 times 5.
Well, it was like
With
we
a
were even
1 minute
saying
rest.
earlier. We were saying that there needs to be a level of maturity to have the mental awareness of putting a match together, the psychology and everything. We were discussing this earlier today. So I liked when you were saying martial arts because they need to not only work on the physical aspect, but the mental aspect of being a wrestler.
And learn to be coachable, right?
Yes.
100%.
And take charge, take action. No one's
Yeah.
gonna be handing you shit. You got to find it out there.
Yeah,
And
there's
you
no
gotta be
silver
creative,
platters.
right? With this cardio
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, there's no silver platters out there.
No.
No silver spoons. If you want it, you gotta fucking work for it.
Todd Fulgerson is in the house. What's going on Facebook? Philip.
Hello.
Philippe is in the house. Can Sylvia make America great again? Jesus Christ.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, she can. She
Hell
can.
yeah. I'm
Raul-
a veteran, I would do it.
Raul Gomez is in the house on Facebook. Harold is in the house. Let's see. Raul Gomez is saying XPW. Guadalupe is saying everything is good.
Aw.
And do you recommend neck bridges? Yes, but I do recommend before you
Learn how to properly do it.
yeah, start it baby steps, and you have to strengthen your neck. And there is a controversy on neck bridges. They say it destroys your neck, right? Am I wrong?
Well, there's neck exercises you can do, but it's just wear and tear. Like everything you do is wear and tear.
Well, it's
Everything
kinda
you do is
like-
gonna wear and tear.
In general, you don't want to do it because, yeah, it
Pick
may
your
destroy your
poison,
neck. But
you know.
being a fucking wrestler, you need to build up those neck muscles. So there's your kind of conflict right there. Is to be a
Right.
wrestler, you got to kind of do something a little bit different than the norm. Any fucking person, any doctor is going to tell you, don't fucking throw yourself on your back and take a bump going 35 miles per hour, which is the equivalent of it. But we still fucking do it. So it's a
And
neck bridge is one of those.
And I think
things.
it's really important to build that neck because when you start taking like power bombs, like some people just jack you, some people drop you, or some people
Oh
slam you,
my
right?
I
So
see people get
yeah.
you know,
fucked
chin to
up.
chest, so you really
Yeah.
got to have that neck muscle. You know, you're taking headlock
100%.
takeovers.
Yeah.
So if you want to be a
Headlock
baker,
takeovers?
no, don't do neck
Yeah.
bridges. If you want to be a pro wrestler,
Yeah.
I do recommend it. You need
Yeah,
to
but
build
we
those
I
muscles.
definitely do recommend doing
Learn proper.
exercises, whether it's even just doing this back and forth, start that,
You
start
can even
that.
have your
Because if you're not
girlfriend
doing
help you.
anything,
Just put pressure
yeah,
on
and
one
then
side.
and then
I
start
know
then just put
mine.
your hand on your head, and then put pressure on that to start strengthening the neck and start just time it. You know,
Well, do we have a
whatever it's
how-to
5,
video
10
for neck
seconds.
bridges?
I don't believe we actually ever got to it, but yeah, you can put your head there because we used to do that in football. We used to put our head next to the guy's leg
Right.
and press against it, and just to strengthen our neck because we had to carry that fucking big helmet. So I do recommend strengthening your neck as you are doing the neck bridges.
Yes.
But understand that yeah, it is gonna probably hurt you eventually, right?
That is correct.
Yeah, it's wear and
Wear
tear.
and tear, man.
Hyde says, don't count Hombre de Oro out. Mongo, what the fuck does this guy know about Hombre de Oro? He's on YouTube.
I don't know.
Hyde's been studying his shit. That's what that is.
Let's see here. Larry Carlin is in the house on
Oh,
YouTube.
shit.
What's
How are
going
you,
on, Larry
Larry?
Carlin? I'm excited to get to see Ray Rosas and Ruby Reyes on Primetime Live next week. Also, happy to see Ray Rosas on AEW Dark. Yes, he did
Yes.
show up on AEW Dark. I didn't get a chance to see it yet, so I
didn't get a
want to
chance
watch
see
it.
either.
But yeah, man, Ray Rosas is a gem out here in Southern California, and it's time that
People see him.
And you
It's
know
good
what?
He's getting that notoriety now.
He was gonna retire in May, so maybe the pandemic was.
A delay for
Yes!
him. I was gonna tell him that too.
Yes!
But hey, I didn't
Well,
want to
okay,
start some
even when he
shit,
first
you
started
know.
back in the garage days, remember he was always like, I'm giving it, what was it,
7 years.
I'm giving it
Hey,
7
it's
years,
a drug
Yeah.
you
no
can't
matter
get
what.
rid of,
And
right?
this was like
Yeah, he
the
did.
Sunday training with the Beatles and shit. He used to say that.
Yeah. Oh my
Remember
gosh,
that?
Sunday training with the Beatles with Ray Rosas. Yes.
Lancaster to
Basically,
Norwalk.
it was the three of us. Ray Rosas would be there, and we'd always come out with KLOS, and they had Sunday
Right.
morning Beatles. So we would be listening to the Beatles.
Billy
Ray-
Potter's in the house on YouTube. What's going on?
Hello.
Let's see here. Now I say something live. Thanks for you guys. Let's see. I'm gonna try to get a question. But yeah, Ray Rosas was incredible.
Yeah.
In the backyard. We would come on those Sundays, those extra Sundays, because everybody was ahead of him.
Right.
So we were trying to catch him up to everybody, so that way we can have everybody at the same.
Well, remember, he
Same
lived
level.
fucking
And-
like in Lancaster. He used to like sleep on a recliner to get here. To
Well,
train.
it was crazy because Ray Rosa started off as a cameraman.
That's
Oh my
right.
gosh!
And
yes,
even
he
on
did.
his
Right.
first show as a cameraman, someone really messed up a restroom, and we sent Ray to go
Oh,
clean it up.
right, that's right.
And so I say Ray comes back from a very humble beginning.
Yes, he
But
does.
you know
know,
what? From
he
even from the
earned it.
beginning,
Yeah.
He was very humble.
well, it's like I was saying before. You got to have that mentality
Of being coachable.
and that maturity, and
Right.
he always had it. He was always hungry.
Right.
Like the passion was definitely there.
Todd Fulkerson is asking for a PP Ray reunion in AEW with Peter Hernandez or Peter Avalon.
Yes,
With-
Peter Avalon.
Yes, with Peter Avalon.
Peter
So
He's
I
definitely
thought
good.
that act was great. PP Ray.
Right,
We
no,
used
I
to do
liked
it
it.
here at the
I like
dojo
the dancing.
in front of 50 people.
Oh, they're
That-
exciting.
yeah.
they're
Oh my
exciting.
gosh.
They know
Bring
how to
it.
pump a crowd.
Dudes used to throw them money.
That's
yeah,
right.
they used to put money in their pants.
What
I do
the-
At the
remember that.
dojo in front of like
During-
20, 40 fucking 50 fucking people,
That's
man.
how
They
they
do
do
like
it.
the pelvic
Yeah,
thrust.
yeah, like these motherfuckers. I was like, I get a cut of that,
Right?
right?
What was that tag team from up north? The Classics. What was it?
Well, Levi Shapiro
Yeah.
and Buddy Royal.
Right.
Is that
What are they
kind of-
called?
The Classics.
No, what are they called? Well, they were a tag team, and they started going at it in the ring.
Yeah.
One did a little dance, and the other did a little dance, and the other one did a little dance, and it was good, entertaining stuff because you saw these tag teams doing something, you know,
What would
out
Ray
of the ordinary.
Different.
What would Ray come out to? My Obsession?
No, that's when they came out to "What Is Love."
What is love?
Right.
Yeah, and yes, you're right. So
That's
hopefully
right.
AEW gets to see that act because that would be.
Hey,
That would
AEW
be-
has to get that act, man. They'll be missing out on great talent
Yeah.
so
right
that
there.
would be great.
They had great chemistry.
Right, that would be
so
great for their tag team division.
Yeah.
Got your wire in that way there. Just kind
There's the wire.
of fix it a
Caught
little
the
bit.
wire.
Yeah. So, Harold Hunter
Hey,
said
what
you guys
did
are
it
doing
say
the
over
Lord's
here
work.
on this one?
They're saying, hey, they're asking questions all over, bro. I'm trying to keep up with it.
Well,
That's why we haven't even got to our shit.
Well, give some phone love.
Well, someone
Yeah.
says we're doing the Lord's work. You're
Aw.
telling us all over making waves from Harold on Facebook. Will Ortero is in the house. Good evening, guys. How are you? Raul Gomez, Santino Bros for life. That's like NWO
Hell
for
yeah.
life, bro.
That's like Raider Nation for life.
NWO for life. All right, Sylvia wants to see what you guys are talking about on YouTube. Let me go over
Well,
to
I
YouTube
want to know
and
which
see what's
one's the
going on.
phone and which one's the. I'm so fucking lost. Dude.
Yeah.
They're
You're
asking
supposed to
about.
come
Okay, so
prepared.
Sil, they're asking you about Retribution on Raw.
Wait, what?
Retribution.
on Raw.
Yeah, Slapjack and all them guys.
I have no fucking clue.
She doesn't watch it.
Dude,
She's
you know what? Honestly, I love wrestling, but I don't really like today's wrestling. I don't like going into a match and it being so fucking spotty.
What did you watch this week, Sil?
I watched Prime Time.
Oh, who's
So-
in the main
Prime
event?
time.
Time.
And on the main event, my girl Thunder Rosa.
What's
was
going on,
there.
Basilio? How are you,
Hi,
my friend?
Basilio.
Hey, so what you think about Prime Time?
Yeah,
Main
Prime
Event Thunder
Time.
Rosa?
What did you think
I
about
thought
it?
it was fucking good. I've never actually seen
Priscilla
Kelly.
Kelly, every Tuesday nights on Fight and pay-per-view, DirecTV, and check your pay-per-view listings. I guess you gotta say that,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
Yeah. Push
Every
that shit.
every Tuesday night, 6 p.m. Pacific time, 9 p.m. Eastern. Check it out. Primetime Live. David
actually pretty fucking
Marquez.
good.
Marquez.
David
Marquez.
Marquez
The
is.
devil.
He's gonna say no. It's not David Marquez's.
Oh, no.
He's gonna say it's United Wrestling Networks.
Yeah, that is
Yes.
correct. It
Championship
is.
Wrestling
Yes.
from Hollywood's, but you and I both know.
That's Dave
La
Marquez.
Puente proud. Southern California proud.
And right now he's probably going,
Yeah.
fucking Joey.
David
Joey.
Marquez. No, he's watching that other one that they got that
I know.
they faved us on.
Yeah.
a little
Oh.
bit.
well.
Fave.
No, but I think it's a great product.
Oh
He's
my
doing
gosh,
a great
Priscilla
job.
Kelly versus Thunder Rosa. If you haven't
It
seen
was
it, you
good.
guys can check it out.
Hey, I
check
thought
it out
they
on
played
Fight.
a little rough,
Dude,
man.
it was 30
They
fucking
were
minutes. Those girls
Dude.
were fucking
Oh my
each other
God.
out.
Those
It was
girls went
good.
out to the ramp, did a slam, and I was just thinking shoulder blades, chipping bone, like you know, there's
Well,
two.
dude,
I
plus-
feel like there's two parts. You know,
Plus, Thunder
there's
Rosa is
there's-
wrestling like every fucking
there's a
other day.
wrestler side of me. You know, like man, I want to take slams, all kinds of crazy shit. And then there's like the business side where you're like, oh man, that's talent right there. You don't want them to get hurt because, man, that's your talent right there.
Yeah.
That's what makes that's the gas that makes the train go.
I thought
know?
it was a good
You
main
know,
event.
I'm not saying it was not a good match.
They
I'm
went
saying,
they
ugh.
went 30 fucking
30
minutes.
30 minutes is
fucking
tough.
They went 30 fucking
kept
minutes.
it
And
hot.
I remember I
Kept it
went to
hot.
Rosa and Priscilla Kelly and I said, hey, you guys got to go 30 minutes. The referee is going to count it down. They're going to give you minute by minute. They're going to talk to you. They're going to tell you what's going on. But you got to go 30 minutes just in case. Because our time.
Just in case.
No, but just in
Yeah.
case, our times were fucked
Right.
up as producers. The first show, that's the stuff you don't know about. So we had a match on standby just in case
Right.
to actually put before or after.
A what-if match.
Yeah, and I feel so bad that these guys were, Hobo and Frankie Frank were actually in gear.
And they were like in gear.
Yeah, they were in gear, and I kind of wanted, and I actually wanted to suggest, and I haven't talked to David Marquez yet, but I want to suggest we should have maybe
You're
just do
hearing
them
it
on.
here first.
We should have maybe just threw them on after, right? And just tape it and put it on YouTube
that is
or
true. That is
Twitter or
true.
whatever,
That is true.
So, but yeah, those guys, those guys were gunslingers. They were in it to win it. They were on standby. They were ready
And
to
that's-
They were
go.
true professionals.
And that's one
True
beautiful thing.
professionals,
That's
and I
one,
think that's the stuff you don't hear about. Those guys, Hobo and Frankie Frank. Robert Baines and Frankie Frank were on standby, ready to go, and they would have given a spectacular match. Just to fill the time, but but the time worked
But
great.
the
The
girls
producers,
kicked
yeah.
fucking
Oh.
ass.
The time was on perfect. The girls went 30 minutes in the main event, and I thought it was great.
And they didn't hold back. I mean,
Yeah,
and
and
it's
that's
crazy,
right.
like you say, behind the scenes, both girls, everybody there was very easy to work with, on
Oh, yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Knew what to do.
Professional,
It's
just-
really easy. I mean, it makes your job so much easier.
Yeah, we had a full
You don't have
day.
to look for somebody. Hey, you have to be here. You gotta do that. It's like it's bullshit.
Yeah, we got a full
Right.
day. We're doing pre-tapes, and it's just a lot of preparation, to go live.
What do you think about Slice Boogie?
Well,
That's
before
right.
that, who was this semi-main? It was it Watson,
No, that
Was it Watson?
Was it
No, it was
no.
Slice Boogie. It was Slice Boogie,
and
yes.
Carl Fredericks.
Slice Boogie and Carl Fredericks. This is the first time I actually ever met Carl Fredericks.
Right.
He comes from the New Japan. He comes from the New Japan dojo. And man, I thought it was a great opportunity for Slice Boogie, the Rookie of the Year in Southern California, to wrestle that caliber of wrestler.
That is correct.
You know, and you could see it. You could see the level difference in Carl Friedrichs.
Chris.
Yeah, he was crisp, and you could see that. I mean, Slice Boogie, you know, for being a year in, I think, you know, and is he even a year in? He's a year in training. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or I guess he's a year in doing shows. But you know, I thought 100% he held his own. And we look forward to seeing him back on Primetime Live, and you can see him on Championship Wrestling from Hollywood. So.
I thought he did a hell of a
and
job.
I thought it was a great opportunity, you know, because I actually told him, I said, hey, this is like kind of like the world's, you know, introduction to Slice Boogie. So it's time to you got to live it up. You got to like really bring it, you know, because there's a lot of different eyes watching this than just maybe just the Santino brother YouTube or whatever the case is.
It's more than just local.
Yeah, you know. So and we're going live and on pay-per-view. People watch it on pay-per-view, order a pizza, and just watch Slice Boogie.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, we definitely look forward to seeing him back. I thought he did a great job. Carl Friedrichs came up the winner on that one. But I thought it was great. You know, I 100% I thought it was great. So, I even tell.
I was excited for that match, to be honest with you.
I even tell.
It was good intensity, too. I liked it.
I even tell a lot of guys. I was telling Carl Friedrichs, said, you know what? If I told guys like here, if I'm already trained and I know how to wrestle, I'd be going to New Japan Pro Wrestling. And Carl Friedrich says, I tell guys to go to Santino Brothers Pro Wrestling. So, but it's just that mutual respect. So I definitely, Carl Friedrich was a joy to work with. Obviously, Slice Boogie's our
right,
guy.
because you could go up to certain guys and they could tell you, hey, go fuck yourself. Old man. You don't know what you're talking about.
You know. And you tell me, I thought like everybody was very receptive. They were looking for feedback. They wanted feedback. They wanted to get better.
To get better.
Yeah, and I think maybe that's something that these guys might have been lacking in the past, but hopefully with having you there to help out, you know, having me here there to help out and produce the shows and produce the matches, I think, you know, hopefully all around it'll make the actual wrestling better because these guys were so receptive. Who was the other match? It was Eric Watts versus. Oh no, it was the tag team. Was it a tag team match?
That is correct.
Yeah,
Red Money versus
Farm Boys versus Real
Friendship.
Money. Or
Friendship Farm
Friendship
versus
Farm.
Friendship Farm. Robert Shaw and gentleman Jervis Cottonbelly versus the Real Money Ballers. And I've known Clutch for a long time, and you know, and his partner was Clutch too. It was named not Clutch, but his partner was Clutch in the position that he was given. And I thought that match, I think they were only given about 6 minutes.
Right.
But that match I thought was hot.
Right.
You know, it was
Jervis
really...
with the spear. He was on fire.
Oh, Jesus
boom,
Christ.
boom,
Yes, he
right?
was.
And that's what you need, some electricity like that, intensity.
Fire. Bring the fire.
He did, like he went through the guy.
Yeah.
But that guy was able to take it.
Thought it was
right?
fun.
No, it was good. I liked it.
So
everyone was easy to work with. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm not looking for problems. Right?
100%. Yeah. Yeah, they did great. There was Eli Drake versus Eric Watts.
Oh,
that was good.
That was great. You know, I thought
Eli stresses me out, dude.
Why? Why would he stress you out?
Anything Eli Drake touches is good.
Okay, you know why he stresses me out? Because he gets in the ring, bro. Right, just warming up and stuff. You know, normally people, you know, stretch out and, you know, up a shoulder or something like that. This dude's doing backflips, bro.
He's just going for it.
He's just doing backflips, and I'm like, oh my god, like that's our Tom Brady right there.
Yeah.
That guy can't get hurt.
Oh
like,
my
dude.
gosh, yeah.
And I'm like, I feel like I had to walk away from the ring.
Yeah,
but he has that confidence.
He's a
no, I know.
package.
No,
he's
he
like,
is.
He's everything. He's the promo
It's like
guy.
that guy gets it. The guy has boots, gear, he's jacked, tan. I was like, dude,
he's got the
he's getting
mentality.
it.
I thought that was really
amazing.
good, and I thought, like, you know, they were receptive and asking, you know, what could it be better? What do we need to work on? You know, it was, I thought it was good. And I think everybody wants to learn and everybody wants to up their game and get their game better.
Right.
No one wants to be bullshitted.
Oh,
That's
you know
the
the
thing.
difference when you go backstage and they're like, "Oh, good match, Joey."
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
it's
then
like,
you
yeah.
know, like, "Oh man, I kind
Yeah.
of fucked up there, and I could have done better
Yeah,
there."
I mean, 100%.
You know?
I don't give a fuck what you do in life, man. Nobody wants to be fucking bullshitted. I don't give a fuck if it's your boss.
Right.
You want to be told the truth and
Yeah.
be like, where can I fucking fix it? Because you end up just probably talking shit about me and then fucking gonna fire me.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, and then Kevin Martinson versus Danny Limelight.
Oh,
That was
That was
good.
good.
These guys were
That was
bumping
good.
Hey.
on the
Oh,
goddamn
crazy ass
stage.
way too rough.
Oh
Way
my
too
gosh,
rough.
when I knew about
Yeah.
it, and they said, yeah, the guy was going to give the splash from the top, and I said, Jesus Christ. And he just hit it, and then Kevin Martinson dives through the turnbuckle, and man, it sounded like somebody got hurt hard. He tells me, no, that must have been Danny, because I was good. I was like, oh shit. All right, so fucking Danny got splat, man. But man, they lit it up.
Going back to another thing,
You got to set the tone, right?
Kevin did a dive and he landed right on his feet, and you could just hear the balls of the feet just hitting the concrete.
Yeah.
And that's when I say, oh, they're playing too rough, man. Keep it in the
Oh,
ring.
dude. It
Your
was
body's
just
going to
the
take a lot of
toughest, so.
abuse. You know, I'm not trying to hold you back. I'm just looking at the injury parts. We had crash pads or something. Hey,
We just
like my mom would say, go crack your head if you want to.
Exactly.
We
But
look,
man,
we look forward to just producing better live wrestling every
Right.
week. We have this
Mhm.
opportunity, and we're gonna make the best out of it. That's where
the
we're
goal.
going. So,
You know. Who else do we have?
that was the whole card, brother.
That was the whole card.
Yeah,
right
we had
there.
segments and stuff,
Oh,
but that was
yeah.
the whole card, man. But it was good, and honestly, it felt great to be around.
It was awesome to
Yeah.
see some of those people.
It was
Hell yeah.
great to be around wrestling. I mean, it's been, I don't know, 6, 7 months of doing nothing.
Yeah.
Got the call from David Marquez. And I'm usually the guy that's like, I don't want to go to a fucking show because I'm sick of wrestling. But man, being on the sidelines or on the bench for 7 to 8 months, man, it was like it fed my soul. It really did.
Fed your soul, but I think
I need it.
you enjoy what you do right now because
It pumped in my blood.
what?
Like True Blood. Like you can have that synthetic bullshit, but you need the real shit. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Yeah, and you feel it. It goes
So
off
like
in your
evil,
body.
like
Never
evil.
mind.
Yeah, oh my
myself to a
God.
vampire-sucking human blood,
I mean, seriously, you can watch wrestling all you want, man, but you got to be there and do it. And it was just fantastic.
You feel like you're in your element, right?
um,
You're
um,
with your people.
Honestly, yeah, I'm thankful for the opportunity, and so I'm looking to do the best job that I can. So.
And it's
you
a
know?
lot less stress because normally you're worrying about
Yeah.
the door, merchant side,
And this is like
concessions, everything,
Lighting.
cameraman, lighting,
Yeah.
trust,
Yep.
keeping everybody happy,
And this is
The pizza.
the pizza.
This is like the new shit, man. Like, I don't know. This is the cards that were dealt. You know what I mean? I even told David, I said, hey, man, if I was running my school, I probably would have turned you down. I told Bob Halston Body that, and he was like, what? You would have turned I said, I would have been too busy. I would have been just like big-headed. I don't need your shit. No, bro. I'd be like, I'm running fucking 3 classes a day, 7 days a week, 18 classes total a week. You know what I mean? Like, fuck. Like,
How
it's a
much
lot
more do
of
you want?
work.
Yeah.
It's a lot
There's
of
no more
work.
juice in the
Yeah, so it's just this is the cards that I'm dealt, and I'm you know,
Humbled for the opportunity.
I'm working with it, brother. Right?
Making it work for you.
Yeah, I'm working with the fucking chicken shit that we've been dealt with closing our school. You know, Supreme dying, not being able to run the school, run shows, right? That's another thing that we had. So I'm dealing with what we can and making the fucking best of it and coming out stronger at the end of the day. Am I wrong?
There you
Yeah,
go.
you're right.
There you
So,
fucking go.
I've been doing the online classes, man. Oh my gosh. Sylvia knows, but I gotta tell you, Mongo.
Go for it.
I gotta tell you. These online classes have been incredibly fulfilling. Like, really, like, I feel it. There's other wrestling schools out there that I read some of the shit that they write, and I go, I can't help but feel the fucking jab in my rib right now. You know what I mean? They talk about like wrestling has to be in the ring. One guy even said online. This ain't no online class, and I was like, you know, I can't just I feel something right here, feel a little bit right here, but at the end of the day, I go, hey. I told Sil, I said within 5 years, every wrestling school will have an online course.
Right.
100%.
You
And
showed up
mark my
early.
fucking
Yeah.
words, in 5 years, if you're not doing an online course, it's like you're in the fucking yellow pages. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, you're not fucking around with Google. You're fucking around with the yellow pages still. So everyone's gonna have an online course because I'm going through this course with these guys. I'm writing an incredible amount of curriculum. That's not only going to be a great amount of curriculum that's notes for the students, but it's also going to turn into, and I hope to finish it by the end of the year.
A book.
Yeah, so you want to be a pro wrestler book. And so we'll hopefully have, I got to get it in full print and on digital,
Right.
on Amazon,
Kindle
Kindle
or
or
something.
something
Kindle.
like that. Yeah. But yeah, so
What did you go over this week?
well, for the last 2 weeks, we've been covering match psychology and match breakdown, and teaching them the match psychology, teaching them how I call matches. I've actually taken the time to not only do it in class, but do it outside of class, taking Zoom coaching classes with them.
Can you give me a sample of what you could get in one of these classes?
What do you mean? Oh man, you can learn the psychology of professional wrestling. You can learn how the professional wrestlers actually break down a match. You can learn how we actually call a match, how we can bring the crowd up, bring the crowd down, and really fucking touch their hearts. And that's what we were doing this week. And I got to be honest with you. In my entire fucking career, I don't think I called as many matches as I called in the last fucking 6 fucking days. 100%. I don't know. Just Wednesday alone, I was on 8+ hours of Zoom classes, Zoom coaching classes, calling matches. But I get a joy out of
Basically,
it.
we're
Right.
doing
That's
cyber
what you like to do.
Yeah, I
That's
guess
okay.
we were doing cyber
I
wrestling.
mean, in
We
the
were-
fetish world, we call it cyber
yeah,
wrestling. but
Sylvia
that's
calls
what
it
they were
cyber
doing.
wrestling. So, but yeah, so we were doing it, and I feel like, man, I can call a match like nobody's business right now, and I feel it's been a great study guide for me for the job that I have at Primetime Live
Right.
to produce
Yeah.
matches and help these wrestlers out.
Well, to help agents, man.
You know, so but man, so these guys are really, and so we take time and just kind of talk to them and see how they're doing, and they're saying, how it's really helping them out. And then we're really going into it with the idea that, if you understand wrestling a little bit more, you're probably not going to quit as soon, or maybe you won't even sign up if you think wrestling is not for you, and that's a good thing. That's an okay thing. It's not bad.
Right.
It's not for everybody.
Yeah, it's not for everybody, but then
That's
also
fine.
when you do come in, you do understand exactly what's going on. They're not just beating your ass, they're giving you heat, and hopefully if you stay in it long enough, you can build it for a comeback. You know what I mean? So I think that I'm getting from the students, we have about 20, I think it's 25 students. What I'm getting from them is that I really do believe that they are understanding it. I think it's going to be easier in training, not only for the coach, but for the student.
But you actually give them homework too, right?
Yeah,
See?
absolutely. We're
So
giving
they're
them
getting,
homework.
they're getting back to you, and you're reaching out to them and educating them.
Where I had them call matches. We're obviously gonna be covering within this week and next week. We're gonna be covering the character development aspect of it, personality aspect of professional wrestling, and promos. So I gave them a little intro yesterday about what a promo is. I gave them my promo tips. How to, you want to build your opponent up before you chop them down. Otherwise, you're just wrestling a jabroni jobber yourself. And I tell them, but it's okay, when it's Ric Flair talking about Dusty Rhodes. We know Dusty's not a jobber. You're just
Yeah.
talking him down now. But if it's someone we've never met and don't know,
We got to build them up.
let's build them the fuck up, because
Otherwise, why would anyone want to see the match?
yeah, otherwise you're a popcorn match. No one's gonna want to see it. So we just going through that with them, and then we actually watched a number of promos, and I gave them homework of promos to watch, and some of them are actually building promos, and already sending videos to our private Facebook group, which I think is great, because I didn't even ask them to send the promos, but I think taking the initiative and actually doing it, that's what it's all about. It's right there in front of you. Utilize it. So it's been great. We're actually 3 weeks down, 3 weeks to go. I get a 2-week break, and then we're starting another course November 2nd, and that's going to go through the whole month of November. It's going to end about mid-December, and we already have 8 signups for that one, and I anticipate that one's going to fill up very quick. We had to close the last one down, which blew my fucking mind, Mongo.
Right.
I got my wrestling colleagues or friends jabbing me in the side talking shit. And yeah, we had to close it down because I was like, "Hey, man, I don't want more than 25 because that's
Right.
25 is crazy as it is.
Well, when you first came up with the idea, you were like,
If I can
I'd be
get
happy
6,
if I could get 5, 6
yeah, if I can
people.
get 6,
And you ended up getting what?
if I get 6,
25?
yeah.
We did the numbers and we said you had to get a
Yeah.
certain amount of numbers per year.
So congratulations.
Right.
But it's forced us
Taking that.
to learn.
Think outside the box.
Right, COVID, right, has forced us to learn and think outside the box that there's no reason why. I almost want anyone that comes to wrestling school at Santino Brothers has to come to the online course first. And we can either get to know you, weed you out, or even accept you or not accept you.
That is correct.
It's that
Really,
simple.
100%.
It's a lot of work developing being a wrestler.
You can see when someone's going to be a great student, a coachable person,
Right.
you
Or
know.
unfortunately, when this
Yeah.
just ain't for them.
And so I'm actually thinking about that. I've been thinking about because I've already added it to the full program. So it's in the full program because I figured this is like it's untaught. It's taught when you get a chance and an opportunity to sit in a fucking car and you get to go through one session of learning. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then maybe you're booked the next week or the next month or whatever the case is to get another session of learning. But here it's like you're getting it all. We have a guy Joe who's in a wheelchair. He's learning how to do it. He wants to be a manager.
He's
he
a
wants
character too.
he wants to write pro wrestlings. We have another sign up of someone who's disabled, is in a wheelchair. So I think it opened my mind and said it's giving people opportunities that they normally wouldn't have had.
Correct.
Yeah.
Because you wouldn't come to a wrestling school if you were disabled. But here you can learn about it.
Right.
And then you could take it. You could take the knowledge from there, and it is what you make of it. And that's what I
And
tell all the
realize
students.
It's a place where you can work.
Yeah, that's exactly what I tell all the students. It is what you make of it. And it's
Yeah.
a place where you can work and you can make it happen. How bad do you want it?
Put in the work.
Yeah,
How much
put in
work
the
are you
work.
willing to put?
Put in the fucking work. What's the secret to success? I asked Brian Kendrick, what did Shawn Michaels teach you? And he said, put in the work. Put in the work. Now we fucking put it in a plaque, in wood, engraved. It says put in the work. And we put it up at our dojo, and it's gonna make sure to go up when we get our next dojo. Speaking of that, I mean we're at the mercy of the county at this moment. We're looking to open up. If they allow gyms to open up, we can follow their parameters that they're gonna allow. I know that we could probably open up and just do it on the down low, but that's not what we're about. That's not what's made Santino Brothers successful.
No, we've always been legit.
When we first moved into Bell Gardens, we tried to be like that on the down low, and I think it was actually like
Like
it
a
was
day.
it was either like the mayor or somebody fucking hit me up and said, hello, Mr. Munoz. We see you're opening a business in Bell Gardens. You need to come down to the fucking
You need to do this and this,
you need to come down to City Hall and talk to us, and that's what we had to do. And so that's
But since then, we've taken pictures with
it's been.
the captain and the
Yeah, I mean it's been
you know what I
nice
mean?
not to like fucking try to live on the down low, man. That sucks. It's hard, right? It's like we're
We
not
don't want to
growing.
live criminal life.
Yeah, we're not growing
Yeah.
weed over here. You know what I mean?
We're
Like
just growing
fuck.
wrestlers.
Yeah, we're just growing wrestlers. So that's what we're looking forward to. We do understand that. I know, and everyone's looking forward to 2020 ending. We do understand that 2021 COVID's still going to be here. It's
So
not
you still
like
gotta
it's
play it
it's not like
I
it's
mean,
gonna
but you can look at
disappear.
it as a negative, or you can look at it as a positive. As a positive for yourself, look at started an online course. Now we found a filter way to really
Yeah,
figure out if you
I
want to
know-
accept guys or not.
I
you
know that there's a lot of eager potential grapplers out there that are looking to join the January class. But like I said,
I think it's going to be hand
we'll
select.
be able to make a better decision come mid-October, because I don't want to leave anyone hanging. Because the idea was, at least in the summer, the idea was that we would make the decision mid-October, so that way we can look for a place, move in either November or December, and be
And be
there a
ready to
month
go.
to prepare.
Yeah.
And that's still an option, because we still are thinking about other things, like maybe opening a pro wrestling studio, Where obviously we would focus maybe more on Lucha Girls. Obviously, focus on doing how-to videos. We could focus on maybe online training, but even bringing in a small amount. But I do understand that there's going to be a huge amount of alumni
Yeah.
that are going to look to get in there. There's going to be a number of wrestlers that were already training, looking forward to train in the April class that never became. So we're going to have to take care of all those people first before we start accepting new students. And so the idea was that we were going to open November, kind of open those doors. So we'll see. It's not totally.
And we're still gonna have to schedule stuff because we can't have everybody.
Yeah, and that's the
once,
thing.
so.
And I'm only one person, so I'm wondering like how many classes can you fucking do a day?
Right.
Yeah.
Really. We would do 3 classes a day. Now I'd be drained because you give everything you got when you coach.
Right.
You give everything you got. You know what I mean? So I'd be drained. So
we're probably gonna start a little bit slower than what people would want.
That's the truth.
But we gotta do it smart.
But maybe we can get a couple of classes and at least do a couple of classes once or even twice a week. So you're doing 4 days a week.
Or even have like.
And so they're only going 2 days a week as opposed to 3. So there's a lot to look into. But at the end of the day, we are at the mercy of the governor and the county of Los Angeles.
Oh, Newsy. Hopefully he'll come through.
Yeah, you just gotta sit and wait and be patient.
Yeah, like
It's
Gary
like
Vee
a wrestling
says.
show. Hurry up and wait.
Yeah, it's like Gary Vee says, "Hey man, like I want to sell weed in Texas." Yeah, bro, you got to play with the rules. That's just how it is. Yeah, but I want to sell weed in Texas. Yeah, bro, move to Colorado. Move to California. That's just how it is. It ain't gonna happen in Texas right now.
Right.
You gotta play by the fucking rules. These are the fucking rules that were dealt.
Right.
So.
We just gotta wait and see.
No
That's all we can do.
No one to fold them.
So, what else is on the agenda, Sylvia? Jezebel?
I don't know. I don't make
A la Crana Plata?
Prime time. We've talked about.
We talked about Primetime Live. We talked about the online courses. Lucha Girls shoots.
Lucha Girls shoots.
We have 4 minutes, Sil. 4 minutes.
Okay. So basically, for all you people who are wondering what the fuck Lucha Girls is all about, it's called Customs Wrestling, and it's pretty much this guy is a wrestling fan right here. And he wants to see a mixed wrestling match because he watches it on TV and he says, I could put a better match together. So he sends me the script. He chooses the fighters. In this case, it would be mixed wrestling. So it would be Chaos versus Jezebel. And he will tell us exactly what to wear. He will tell us what type of match he wants to see, exactly how he wants to see it. And we produce the damn thing. So we have 2 shoots coming up finally because we have not shot since COVID started. So on October 10th, I will be wrestling with Modest Moms Wrestling up in Placerville, California. And those girls are just awesome. You have Platinum Fury, you have Alexandra Hamilton, Harper Rose, Sugar Not So Sweet, who's one of my favorite fucking girls to wrestle.
Sugar Not So Sweet.
Sugar Not So Sweet.
American Mom?
American Mom. Well, okay, Joey calls Alexandra Hamilton American Mom.
Oh, okay.
Well, on Twitter, she's America's best jobber.
Okay.
So she's the American Mom.
But for Modest Moms Wrestling. So
And that's going to be
that's my gimmick.
like the one pieces, nylons. Yeah. And then on October 15th, I will be wrestling with
So you're going to take a bump?
I'm actually taking a fucking bump. I think my first
shit. Just real quick on Facebook, Casey Vander Stretton is in the house on Facebook.
How are you?
Billy Blade is in the house. What's going on, Billy Blade? Jose Gomez is in the house. He's from the online class. Angelo Trinidad.
Angelo.
Father Angelo.
Yeah, Father Angelo.
Congratulations, Father Angelo.
Father Angelo.
Greg Sparks is in the house on Facebook.
Hello, Mr.
He calls himself Grappling Greg. Paul Ponte is on the house on Facebook. Let's see here. So I just want to make sure we might not be able to, we're probably not going to be able to, and probably 100% we're not going to be able to get to your questions, but we want to make sure to say hi to you guys.
Only because we overtalk everything.
Yeah, Jonathan Coleman, good seeing you on YouTube. It looks like we're at the end of it. We got 2 minutes left. Jonathan Coleman asked, what tips would you give when looking for a wrestling school? Well, obviously we have Google, right? And so you want to use the magic box Google to do your research about wrestling schools, to see about the reputable wrestling schools and see what you're looking for. And I know a lot of people are always looking for like, well, who have you trained and what superstar have you gone to? You know, there was a point that we didn't have anyone that wrestled anywhere, but we still had the passion for professional wrestling. So, you know, and especially when you're learning it as a beginner, I think that if you at least go to a reputable, you know, wrestling school that's got like shows at least once a month, got coaches with a passion to teach, I think you can't go wrong. I think obviously when you want to up your game, you want to go to maybe the Lance Storm ain't around no more, but because you're never going to learn everything in professional wrestling.
Right.
Yeah.
You're never going to learn everything, so you have to keep learning, you know. So I tell guys, you know, you learn here at Santino Brothers, go to New Japan dojo because they're going to teach you so much, man. Maybe, you know, Shibata's there or Rocky Romero's going to teach you or whoever the case is, and then keep going. You know, you can go to the Stoner Brothers up north and learn something. You know, you can go to every school, Denny Cage in New Jersey, and learn something.
Wildcat.
You know, Wildcat. Oh, Luke
shit.
Hawks, New
Luke.
Orleans. 100% because I can teach you what I know and I can teach you everything I fucking know, but I can't teach you what the fuck Luke Hawks knows.
Right.
I can't teach you what Danny Cage knows. You know what I mean? I can teach you everything I fucking know. So you have to keep your mind open and never think as a professional wrestler that I know everything. So just look for a wrestling school that's pretty reputable to teach you the basics. Look at their track record, right? It doesn't have to be guys that are wrestling in WWE. Hey, look at your area. Did this wrestling school have guys that are wrestling all over your area? Fuck yeah, dude. That's the place you fucking want to go because you're not going to go to wrestling school and go straight to WWE unless you maybe look like a Braun Strowman or a monster. You know what I mean?
I'm a monster.
100%. And that's my thing about wrestling school because, like, there was a time that, like, people would shit on me for being XPW, saying, who the fuck are you? You're a shitty wrestler. We're in a fucking backyard. You never made it to WWE. Why would anyone go to you? You know what I mean?
Right.
So you're always going to find those guys that are going to create the Brody Kings and the Heather Monroes and the Eli Everflies and the Jake Atlases and the Douglas Jameses and the Darwin Finches and the list goes on and on. Ray Rosases and Che Cabrera,
Yeah.
and Rico Dynamite. You know what I mean? So and those are great reputable wrestlers. So
David
that's
Lee.
what I think I want you guys to look for in wrestling school. And I think that we are over 1 minute. So
Dun, dun, dun.
that's it, guys.
That's it.
Turn the air conditioning back on.
Fresh
All right,
meat
guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. We appreciate you guys watching us, sticking with us on a Friday night. You guys could be anywhere else in the world,
But you're here with us.
but you choose to be here with us. Thank you, guys.